Welcome. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the training. How's everyone doing today? You guys ready to talk about people paying you for your coaching? This is an important topic. Will people actually pay me for my coaching? How many of you have ever wondered that question? Let me know. Say hello as you're joining in so I can see you and say hi. Comment replay if you're watching this on the replay. If you're part of my replay crew, you're welcome too. So hello, hi, good to see you. Who wants to talk about it? How many of you guys have ever wondered, will people pay me for my coaching? Hey, Marissa. This is a really common question that keeps people from starting their coaching business because we wonder who's going to even pay us to coach with us, right? Are our friends and our family going to want to pay us? They remember us when we were a hot mess. Who's going to pay us now that we're a coach and we're actually looking to help people and do this whole coaching thing? It's a really common question. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. So before we roll in, everybody say hi as you're joining. Let me know that have a good connection. I'm not buffering. It's not choppy. You can hear me and see me, and we're good to go and jump into this training. I'm gonna walk you through all of this, all of the things that go on belief-wise, some core ideas around pricing your programs, offers, and some of the mistakes that I see coaches make, especially in the beginning when they're pricing their programs. So if you want to know all about that, stick around on this training. And before we get started, I just want to remind you that today is the last day. All right, it's the very last day to get in on this bonus. Okay, so if you are allergic to technology, all right, if you cannot work technology and you don't have your tech set up, we are offering an enrollment bonus where we set up your whole email automation for you. Okay, how to have the automation go out, how to generate people onto that automation, and what to say. Okay, and then you can just tweak it to you. You can, of course, put your own personality and flair on there. We're going to put all of that together for you as a bonus. Because I know for a lot of you, the tech piece is a big stumbling block. It really keeps a lot of you stuck. So if you're interested in getting in on the bonus and you've been interested in OCI anyway, and you're curious to find out more information about whether OCI is the right fit for you, to secure your spot for the bonus, all you got to do is make sure that today is the day that you put your time on the calendar. It doesn't have to be an appointment on the calendar today. You just we have to see the appointment came through on the calendar. You get your spot on the bonus. We'll secure you for the bonus. We'll make sure we save a spot for you. All right. So go to the link, valerieelher.com/coaching, and you can find out all about it. You can click on the button to find out all about the program. All right. So I want to dive into this training, right? And I want to go into this topic around pricing. This is a big hot button topic, all right? What should I price my program, especially in the beginning? If I've never had a client before, what's the price that people will actually pay me? What's the right price if I'm a beginner? Should I be pricing it differently? What are other people pricing their programs at? All of the questions around pricing. So very confusing, right? Awesome, awesome. Tarina says, I'm wondering what to charge. I'm new. Absolutely. Diane, I would just talk to John. Connect with, I saw you have an appointment with John already on the calendar, so you should be all set. All right, cool. So here's the thing. I want to talk about this because here's the mistake that I see a lot of coaches making with their pricing when they're just starting out and they're thinking about putting a program out there. Here's what all of you guys are doing. Okay, and tell me if I'm right. Go into the comments and say you're absolutely right. This is what I see you doing. You're trying to figure out what to price your program for the very first time ever, and you're looking at what other coaches are putting out there for pricing. So trying to base your prices around what other people are doing. How many of you have done this? I did this in the beginning as well. I'm like, what are all the influencers doing? What do they have? Well, let me look at their website. What are they pricing it? How many of you have done that? I'm just curious to know if I was the only one who did that in the beginning. Right, this is really common in the coaching industry, right? There is so much out there that's just inexpensive solutions, right? Someone's offering something and it's basically giving away some type of offer, some type of coaching. They make it sound like it's offering them the sun, moon, and stars, but it's really not. And they're slapping a, $50 price tag on it or $49 price tag. So here's what I want to offer to you. Number one, you don't want to position yourself to fit in with all of the low priced solutions, right? If you're a health coach, you don't want to be positioned with the Weight Watchers, the Jenny Craig, those solutions. You don't want people to stack you up against the offer. You'll never win. You don't want to be the cookie cutter solution that's not customized to your client, right? And the only thing worse, I was talking to my clients about this today. The only thing worse than being the lowest priced program out there, the lowest priced coach, is being the second lowest priced coach out there. So if you get into this price game of looking at what other coaches are doing and trying to price your program accordingly, you're always going to be more expensive than somebody else out there. And you're always going to be underselling your actual value, your actual worth. So pricing your program based on what you see out in other people doing out in the world is mistake number one. Okay. Well, other people have maybe paid for a solution in the past. Another mistake I see coaches make, this is something I did in the beginning as well, when I first opened my doors for business, is I put out an offer and I based it on the session. So what do I mean by this? If someone came to me, I would just offer them a consultation and say, hey, a coaching session with me, it's $100 for a session, right? So the client comes to me for one session, they choose to sign up and buy that session. Or I've even seen coaches do this where it's like, you can buy a bundle, you can buy X amount of sessions from me, right? If you buy 4 more sessions, you can even get it for a discount. How many of you guys are doing this right now? Where you're pricing your program and you're just offering sessions to people. And then the only positioning of your offer is, if you buy more sessions at a time, I'll give you a discount. What type of people is that going to attract? I really want you to think about that. If you're charging $100 a session and you're only first of all, listen to this. If you're only offering them one session at a time and they just buy one session from you, so they see you for 1 week, but it takes a good 12 weeks to make a habit change or to make a lifestyle change or to really have a grasp on this transformation, right? That's like putting a Band-Aid on a bleeding artery in their life. They have a bleeding artery problem that they're serious about solving, and you offer them, here's one session. If you like me, you can come back. We'll totally do another session. It won't fix the problem unless you keep coming back, but that's up to you. Do you want to do that? Right? What I want you to think about, like, is that in the highest service of the client? Right? What do you think? Is that in the best interest of the client to offer them that one session and then just kind of leave it up to them? If they want to come back, it's fine. If not, that's up to them. All right. Elisa, am I saying your name right? Elisa or Elisa or Elisa. Elisa. Beautiful name. I haven't launched yet, but my program, I know, is worth 4K. But I was told to start at 500. Any thought? Okay, so my question to you is, who told you that? Who told you you need to start at 500? Number one. Right? Hey, Lisa. Oh, good. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, who told you you need to start at 500? And how do you know the worth of your program is 4K? How did you come to that number? Very curious to hear the answer. So, what we teach at the Online Coach Intensive and what I'm offering to you, if you have a program and you're offering it just one session at a time, is you're not offering the total solution to them. You're just offering them little bits of experiences with you, like one bite at a time, right? But you know the client really needs the full solution. In order to make the transformation, they're going to need to commit to X number of weeks on average, right? So we teach at the Online Coach Intensive that everything you do is in the best interest of your client, right? A lot of times coaches just offer sessions because they just feel like that's the offer that people are going to be the least likely to say no to. Like, if I offer them one session, that's pretty easy to say yes to. But if they have to commit to a package to 12 weeks, I don't know if they'll say yes to that. I don't know if people will actually pay me, right? I just want you to think about that. Where is that coming from? And also, back to Elisa's point is, are you just offering a number because someone told you that's what you should do? I hear a lot of the times this happens, where people will say, I was in a certification program, they said I need to start here, right? I need to start at this price point because I'm new. I just want to offer to you that that is complete baloney. Like, nobody can tell you what price you need to start at but you. So how do we actually determine what the value is of your program? And I want to offer to you that the value of your program doesn't come from the amount of sessions that they get with you, right? Or how many weeks it is. The value of your program comes from the outcome that you deliver. So what is that worth? And I think, Elisa, you hit the nail on the head. You said, I know that my program is worth 4K. So why would you have someone tell you like you should totally just offer it for 500? Just want you to think about that. And you get to decide if you want to sell it for 500. That's a choice that you get to make. But I want you to investigate your reason. Do you like your reason for offering it for $500? What is the reason? Is it because someone else told you to do that? Do you have a reason behind that offering and that price point that you like? All right. So this is huge across the board. I see this with coaches undercharging or afraid to ask the real value that you feel in your gut your program is worth. And I think this stems from a couple things, but it really stems from, number one, fear of rejection. I've totally dealt with this. So I used to actually avoid making offers to people. I wouldn't even tell them the price. I would just find a reason to delay making the offer, right? Because I would talk to myself up all of the reasons they're going to say no, all of the reasons they're not going to do it anyway. They're just going to say no and they're not going to like it. So just be on to yourself. Are you not making offers, or are you undervaluing your services because you're afraid someone is going to reject you? And it's going to be a big waste of time anyway. right? I used to tell myself this all the time. I'm just going to make them an offer and then I'm going to feel rejected, if I make them an offer and they say no, and it's going to feel super uncomfortable. I'm going to feel uncomfortable. I'm going to make it mean something about me, or I'm going to assume they're thinking something about me once they hear my price. Be really onto yourself about what is the real reason that I'm offering this price point? Do I like my reason? Do I believe in it? Because essentially what I was doing when I was avoiding making offers because I was afraid of the rejection that would happen if I made them an offer and they said no, it's like I was trying to protect myself from feeling negative emotion. Like I knew that if someone said no, I was afraid it was going to be so uncomfortable to hear that and feel that I just not make them an offer, just avoid it. So I want you to go into the comments and give me a 1 if you notice yourself not making offers because you're not sure people are going to say yes. You're not sure people are going to take you up on it. So these could come in the form of not making offers at all or undercharging. This is how you know it's you. You're either undercharging, you're discounting your program, or you're just not making offers. Tarina says 1. Yes, absolutely. Melissa says 1. Yeah. Some of you do this where you talk yourself up on the value in your head and you know in your gut that it's a 4K program. That's the value of my program. I have this 12-week program that I put together. I know it's really worth the 4K. And that's what I'm going to offer. That's my program. Then you get on a consult with someone and it comes to the time to make them an offer and then something happens. It's the weirdest thing. Like I have clients that will tell me this. They're like, I don't know what happened. I just blacked out and I blurted out $200. It's because that's what feels safe, right? Your brain essentially freaked out and saw danger and thought, "Ooh, I'm going to get rejected and kicked out of the pack if I actually say the number that I want to say, if I actually offer the price." So I just reverted back to something safe. That's all that happened, right? So it doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you or that your program's not worth it. It just means you need to get some coaching on your thoughts around your offer and your thoughts around the value. There's something in there that needs to be cleaned up. Right? There's a reason why it feels too vulnerable to really ask for the value of the program and believe that people will buy. And the reason that it's scary is because of what your brain makes it mean if someone says no. If someone says no and they don't see the value, what's your brain going to say to you? If what's that going to mean if someone rejects you? Right? So I want to touch on for a second what they're actually saying to you when someone says no. Okay? We can touch on that more in a second. But when we're talking about fear of rejection, you guys, this is a huge reason why people undervalue their services. The other reason that's kind of the sister of fear of rejection is fear of judgment. Fear of judgment. Fear of judgment is different than fear of rejection. Did you guys know this? Did you guys know that those are actually they're not the same thing? Fear of judgment is, what will people think of me? What are people going to think of me if I ask for this amount of money? What are people going to think of me if they see that I'm trying to be a coach and I let them see that I'm doing coaching? That's fear of rejection or fear of judgment. Totally different than fear of someone saying no to you. This is another reason why people will downplay their value and kind of shrink within, either not making offers and just spending out in confusion about how much you should price your program, what your offer should be, or not committing to your price and last second downplaying the value of your program. Fear of judgment. What are people going to think if they hear that I have this coaching offer and it's like $4,000? How many of you have ever worried about what someone will see. If are they going to judge you? What are they going to think of you if they see you doing this coaching thing? If they see you put an offer out there to the world? Let me know in the comments. Give me a 2 in the comments if you've ever feared someone judging you for seeing you trying to be a coach. I'm just curious if I'm the only one who had these same fears on my way to building $1 million business. My brain the only one that does this stuff? Please tell me I'm not alone. Here's what I think happens. Seeing a lot of me's. Trina says 2. Absolutely. Yep. David says other people's opinions are none of your business. Totally, David. I love that. Here's what I think is really this is coming from when we fall into this place. Okay. It's just a misunderstanding of what people are buying when they sign up with you, right? When you're afraid that people are going to judge you for or reject you for offering your coaching, or they're going to think, you're afraid that people are going to be thinking. We don't actually know what people are thinking. We just decide and then we get afraid that people are thinking it, right? Here's what happens is we're misunderstanding what they're actually buying from us. When you're afraid people are judging you, like, I can't believe what she's doing, you think people are buying you. This is why you have drama about your price. Am I really worth $4,000? Can I really charge that? I have a lot of self-worth that I need to work on, so I don't know if I can charge that yet. They're not buying you. If someone pays you $4,000 to coach with you, they're not paying $4,000 and saying, you know, that Todd is worth $4,000 or Alyssa is worth $4,000. You know what they're saying is worth $4,000? The transformation that you deliver, the outcome that they're looking for in their life. They're saying, I'm worth $4,000 to fix this problem in my life. So for any of you who are worried about your own value and tying your own self-worth and value to a price tag, they're not buying you. They're not even thinking about you. They're thinking about, can I do this? Is this possible for me? Can I really make this transformation? And when they borrow that belief from you that it is possible, that they can do it, and they pay you the $4,000, they're saying, I am worth this transformation. This transformation in my life is worth $4,000. How many of you guys knew that? And let me know, because I know some of you are wondering if you're worth charging high ticket. I don't know if I can charge that much. Am I really worth it? How many of you knew they're not buying you? They're not saying that you yourself are worth $4,000. D says, I have. Absolutely. David says, totally agree. They're buying into the commitment to the transformation that they will experience. Absolutely. All they're doing is agreeing through the clarity that you are providing them as a coach that, wow, this is important and this problem is worth $4,000 to fix. And here's the third reason that I see coaches like really getting stuck in confusion and drama around their pricing and not feeling comfortable to charge high ticket or charge the real value of what their work is worth. It's because, guys, you're just not walking the walk. Some of you are. Some of you are totally walking the walk and you're on that path. Some of you are not walking the walk yet. What do I mean by this? What does it mean walking the walk? Right? This is where I'm giving like some tough love to certain ones who need to hear this. Right? This is coming from love because I love all of you. All right? When I say not walking the walk, I mean, have you ever invested into a transformation in your life before? Have you ever had a goal in your life that you valued and said, you know what? I'm actually going to invest in solving this problem. Because if you haven't, if you've never actually invested in coaching yourself, you've never invested in getting coaching, it's be very difficult for you to stand in integrity and stand in that belief that the value is there for somebody else to invest in themselves. Maybe intellectually you believe it, that it's worth it, but you've never done it. So you don't know what they're feeling when all of the fear comes up and all of the self-doubt and all of the worry comes up. You've never had to stand in their shoes and say, you know what? I know you're scared. I know what it feels like to be afraid. I've been there and I know what's on the other side. Even if it's for a different, if it's for a different outcome in your life. There was a time in your life where you had to stand in those shoes and make a scary decision. And now you're on the other side of it, able to like hold the space for somebody else to be in those shoes for their life, for their transformation that they're here to get. Right? Diane says, yes, many times. I love it. This is this isn't for you all to go into the comments and raise your hand if this is you. This is something for you to do just investigate. Like ask yourself, have you stood in their shoes before? It doesn't have to be the exact same offer that you're putting out there to the world, but whatever it is, have you ever been in that position? So that now you know how to hold the space for them and hold the belief for them because you know all the feelings that are coming up. It is very difficult for the universe, whatever energy out there, right, controls this dynamic of energy exchange that happens when someone buys coaching, which is that's all that money is, right? The money that your customers want to invest in you. If you have not invested in yourself, right? Welcome to the world of being a business owner, by the way. When you're an entrepreneur, when you have a personal brand, it's like when you're literally investing in yourself. You're investing in your business. You're investing in that belief that you have for the dream that you're here to create, the transformation you're here to create in your life. That's what being a business owner is. You're creating something you haven't created before. And you're believing in it all the way until you create it. Right? So if you're not practiced in showing up this way, right? Showing up thinking that, yes, this business is worth investing in. How are other people going to see it that way in their own life? Right? This could be, like I said, buying coaching for the first time, hiring a life coach, buying a business course, going to a conference, going to a small mastermind. It could be anything. There's a million things that you could do to be in integrity here. Could be joining a networking group with other entrepreneurs, right? Treating your business like it's something worth exchanging energy. You want people to put energy into your business as clients. Like, how are you treating the business? What energy are you putting in? Everything is mirrors in the world, right? So if you're not putting anything financially into the business, why would other people put anything financially into your business? Think about that. This is just a little tough love moment, okay? So we want to get into pricing, and I want to put out some ground rules for you, some guidelines, we'll call them, around actually pricing your offer. You guys want to hear some of that? We talked about the mistakes. We know the things that we kind of get in our own way with around pricing, a lot of our blocks that we have. Let's talk about some ground rules around pricing. Who wants to hear it? Let me know. I'm seeing some hearts. So I'm assuming at this point that you have a signature program. That's what we're talking about. Okay. Everything that I'm going to share with you is assuming that you're a rock star at what you do. If someone came to you today, you could totally help them today, right? That's what I'm assuming. You're a coach. You know how to help people. You may not have everything ironed out. You maybe still be perfecting it, but you can help people. All right. That's what I'm assuming. You know how to solve problems forever from the root. All right. If you don't have that, you need to figure out, can you help people first? This isn't going to apply to you. Okay. So number one If you're offering someone something that is signature, something that's going to solve their problem forever, that is a high value solution, okay, for the next 20, 30, 40 years of someone's life, think about that. It's a long time. I want you to think about the value of the outcome you deliver. Now, if you're talking about helping someone get ready for an event in 3 weeks, and then after that it's over and they're never thinking about it again, the value of the outcome you deliver is not going to be quite that high. But if you actually help someone solve a problem in their life that is going to change the next 20, 30, 40 years of their life, I highly recommend charging a premium for that outcome. I want you to think about if you have a $4,000 package, a $4,000 program, what is $4,000 over the next 40 years of someone's life? Someone do the math. What is that per day? It's a drop in the bucket. And the reason that you want to actually price in congruence with the outcome and the value of what you deliver is because it's going to attract committed clients who want the best program to solve their problem. It's going to attract the people who have already tried the other solutions, the commodity type solutions, and they know at this stage in the game, they're done with that. They know that that doesn't work. They're done. They're not looking to try, a Jenny Craig or Weight Watchers. They're not looking to just join a gym. They've tried that 100 times. You're going to attract that person who's at that stage, who's looking for something premium. Does that make sense to everyone? That there's actually people out there who are at a specific stage in their life where they aren't looking for that anymore. Of course, there's going to be people in the world who are still looking for those quick fixes, cheaper options, but those aren't your people. Your coaches, you're looking to change someone's life forever. You're looking to attract the people who are looking to make a transformation. They're going to be very attracted to a premium program who's going to solve their problem forever. So think about that. If I have a program that's premium, I'm solving their problem forever, the next 40 years of their life are going to be completely different than the last 40. I'm telling them all about that, and I'm building up the transformation. They see the vision, they are all in, and I slap a low price tag on it. Something energetically is going to feel incongruent subconsciously. They may not even know that that's what it is. But something incongruently is going to come across in their mind as wrong. There's something wrong with that. What they're going to say is, ooh, that sounds too good to be true. How many of you have ever heard someone say that? If you're hearing that, it's probably because of this right here. You sold them this amazing transformation for the next 40 years of their life, and you said, hey, yeah, it's $100. What? That is for sure too good to be true. There is no way. I don't know if I believe that. It's going to feel off. So you're wanting to work with the people who want to make a major transformation. You're wanting to attract those people, but what you're putting out there with your message and your offer and your price isn't lining up. We work on this inside OCI. We help you get really clear on all of this. Your offer, your message, and your price to make sure it's all lined up and it's attracting that person, right? Because if any of those pieces are off, it plants this like seed of doubt in their mind that this might not be for me. Maybe this isn't the right solution for me. It's probably not for me. So think about that. The clients that are looking for the transformation, those premium clients are looking for the premium program with that premium price tag that they can feel good about. Doesn't mean it's not scary. It doesn't mean they don't have all of the self-doubt. Doesn't mean you don't have to hold the space for them in that moment. But deep down, they know that that's in alignment with what they're actually looking to create in their life. And they know that if they want to create something that different in the next 10 years than they have in the last 10 years, they're going to have to do something different. They can't keep investing in, low ticket solutions here and there. Okay. This is step one of your client's transformation, the day they sign up with you, right? And you're standing with them in that place of ultra commitment for them, showing up in leadership, right? That's their day one of you coaching them. Valentina says, great perspective. It's a drop in the bucket. Absolutely. So, getting into the guidelines, what is a high ticket offer? What is a premium price tag? Everyone has a different idea of what's premium and what's not premium. What's a lot of money, what's not a lot of money. So, depending on who you ask, you're going to get a range, right? So, I'll offer to you that high ticket can be anywhere between $1,000 for a package and $100,000. There's a huge range. So, maybe if you're starting out, it's your first program, it might be $1,000, right? But remember the rules. You can't choose the price of your program based on what everyone else is doing. What is the price based on? Someone who is taking notes, tell me what the price is based on. If it's not based on what everyone else is charging, what you see out there on other people's websites or other people in town, what do we base the price on? The value of the outcome you deliver. That's it. So getting super clear on what is the value? How much is that worth? And the stronger you are in your belief in that value, the more people become a hell yes to work with you. That's it, because you are able to show them the value. The better you get at showing them the value, the more people want to buy. It has nothing to do with an arbitrary number. The value of the outcome you deliver. Does this make sense? And there's very specific things that you can do to determine where you're at in your own belief in the value. We give you specific exercises inside OCI on how to get clear on the value of where you're at. And where you're at today may be different than where you are 6 to 12 months from now as a coach, because your belief level is going to change. It's like a scale, a belief scale. All right. So picking your price does not have to be this dramatic process. Like if you pick the wrong one, your business is doomed and you're never going to sign a client. What is the value of the outcome you deliver? Pick your price and decide if you like your reason for choosing that price. Am I choosing it because someone told me this is where I need to start? And I'm looking out to someone else, to me, to this person, to that person, to get their approval that I have the right price? Do I like my reason for choosing that price? What is the value of the outcome you deliver? All right, my friends. Is this valuable to you? Is this training valuable to you? How many of you are going to actually dig deep and think about what is the value of that outcome? I've been spending all this time over here worrying about judgment, worrying about rejection, worrying about, am I charging too much or charging too little, and feeling confused about it. And what I should be thinking about is, what is that transformation worth to someone? What are they actually buying? Right? How many of you have been spending too much time thinking, am I worth it though? People are saying I should be charging high ticket, but I don't know if I'm worth charging high ticket yet. I'm still new. I'm just getting started. Are they buying you and saying, Valentina is worth all this money? Or are they buying the value of the outcome they deliver? And are they saying, hey, I'm worth it? and I'm worth investing in. All right, my friends, do some investigation today on your pricing. Reevaluate your pricing, redecide, and recommit to your pricing. Do you like the pricing that you've chosen? Do you like your reasons for choosing that price? And if not, recommit to the price, redecide your price, and decide that you like your reason. Decide that you like your reason for that price. And again, that's what I have for you guys today. If you want to jump in on that bonus, you just have to pick a spot on the calendar. If you can't find a spot on the calendar, you have to reach out to the team about getting a spot on the calendar to hold your spot for the bonus, because today is the very last day. So like I said, if you're allergic to tech, we're going to help you with that. We'll set it up for you so that you can spend more time doing the things you love, like actually the coaching things, being a coach. All right, my friends. So go to valerieelher.com/coaching and click on the link there. It'll take you to all the information and it'll take you to a calendar. If you click on that button, it'll take you to a calendar so you can just secure your spot. That way you get the bonus and then you can get all your questions answered if you've had any questions about joining OCI and you've been considering it, on the fence about it, and just kind of waiting for the right time. This is your sign. All right, my friends, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm glad to see all the so valuables, that the training was so valuable. Awesome. David said, how much would water be worth to a person in the desert? Be the water. Absolutely. We're not handing out Band-Aids here. We're plugging up the bleeding arteries forever so they don't die in the desert. All right, my friends. So fun hanging out with you. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.